All right, analyzing complex characters, day 2 for Lang and Lip. All right, this is the goal. We need to analyze complex characters, for examples, those with multiple conflicting motivations, how they develop over a course of text, and cite textual evidence to support this analysis. We need to analyze how complex characters interact with other characters in a text and cite textual evidence to support this analysis. And finally, we need to analyze how complex characters advance the plot or develop a theme of a text and cite text evidence to support the analysis. So this is where we're going to start today. We're going to describe complex characters starting text or using textual evidence. We're going to describe what a text says explicitly, and we're going to draw inferences from a text. So everything in blue on the right-hand side is what we're doing today. Everything in orange on the left-hand side is what we are going to be mastering by October. In your notes, I want you to write the 3 standards for analyzing complex characters listed below. So A, B, and C need to go into your notes where you are keeping notes, whether they are in a Google Doc or in a notebook. This is must-know vocabulary. So a summary. On the right-hand side, it is a short statement or paragraph that tells what something is about, but does not include irrelevant details or opinions. So it's just a summary of the actual text. Logical inferences, a conclusion based on evidence and reasoning. Text evidence. There are some helpful tips with an author and without an author. So if you look at both of these, they're a little bit different. A text with an author has the author's, director's, or writer's last name in parentheses and ending with a period. Text without an author has the title of the film or short story in quotations and also in parentheses with a period. So text evidence is evidence that's gathered from original source or other text that supports an argument or a thesis. So if you paraphrase or directly take any information from a text, it must be cited. The example of George and Lenny is below. I want you to watch Jerry's Game and think of the questions on the next slide. What's happening throughout the short film? What do you think the short film is trying to show? What is the point? And number 3, if you could think of one part of the film that showcased who Jerry was, what part would it be? So while you are watching Jerry's Game, please answer those 3 questions in your notes. We're going to do a reflection. Again, this will be in your notes. Question 1, what is happening throughout the short film? Did you answer number 1? Did you write exactly what was going on through the entirety of the short film? Or did you sum up what was going on? You choose how you answered question 1. If you chose answer 2, circle the describe what a text says explicitly and write an objective summary in your notes. For question 2, what do you think the short film is trying to show and what was the point? Look at your answer. Did you choose answer 1? So did you think the old man was shaking his life up a bit by playing chess with himself with different personalities? Or did your question most reflect answer 2? Did you think 2 friends were chilling on a fall day just playing a simple game of chess for a pair of dentures? So they may not be exactly the answers that you came up with, but go with answer 1 or 2 that is closely related to yours. If you chose answer 1, circle the draw and logical inferences from a text in your notes. Lastly, question 3, if you could think of one part of the film that showcased who Jerry was, what part would it be? Is the answer that you came up with closely related to answer 1 or closely related to answer 2? If you chose answer 1, Circle the described complex characters using textual evidence in your notes. If you have all 3 learning targets circled, you are ready to try your hand at analysis, which is the goal. If not, perfect. That is what practice is for. By next week, the goal is to push into the learning goal targets. Either way, keep plugging away.